The broadcast is live.
We're live.
We are live.
Hi, everybody. It's Patriotic Stacker here, and I'm going to interview Savage Stacker. And
How's
yeah,
it
let's start
going?
off with some questions. How are you doing today, Savage?
I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing great. It's a Sunday. It's a beautiful day for January, and I'm doing real well.
That's it, man. Just got an ice storm by me. That's how
we
my day's going.
we were rained out. We were rained out all December, first 2 days of January, and now all of a sudden it's like Southern California weather. It's like 65 degrees and just not a cloud in the sky. It's crazy.
Yeah, we're in a state of emergency here in Orange County, New York. It's all iced up roads, man. So we're stuck in the houses.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, but
I
yeah,
haven't done
let's
that. I haven't done
start
that in a
off.
long time.
What happened?
I haven't been in an ice storm like that in a long time.
Yeah, man, it's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But yeah, let's. I guess we'll start off with the first question here.
All right.
When did you start stacking, man?
I started stacking in 2019. 2019. And I had came into some money. I've been trying to figure out how to buy a house for a few years. And 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 just everything's been so expensive. I was kind of stressed out on not being able to save up money because I have a bunch of kids and it just wasn't working out. And then I came on some money and I was afraid of spending it, and started buying precious metals as a way not to spend my money.
Absolutely, it's definitely a way to save.
Yeah, that's what I started doing, is using that. I started saving money.
Who got you into stacking?
You know what? It was intuition. Um, I kind
Just
of was sitting here going, you know what? True wealth is gold and silver, and we have none. Like I was going, okay, we have a little bit of gold and jewelry and not much, and I was like, man, if anything was to happen, we just wouldn't have any value with our whole life right now. And I'm like, I'm not okay with that. And I was working too hard to not have any you know have any money or have any value. So I knew that gold was 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 the way I wanted to start going. So I went to the coin shop and bought a 1 ounce uh, eagle. Came home and started researching it on YouTube, and then all of a sudden, all these channels started popping up, and I started watching all these videos on silver and gold, and then I just went from there. I just took off. I just started buying it every day.
it's an addiction, man.
It is, it is a major addiction.
It's worse than crack.
It's a good addiction, though.
Absolutely.
We got a couple people in the house, bro. We got Silver
Plumber
Scrounge
stacker, silver
process. Yep.
scrounger,
Plumber
scrounger.
Stacker, Carrie and Terry Kellogg.
Hey guys, thank you for joining. So on to the next question here, Savage.
All right, shoot it.
Why do you stack? Is it for hedging against inflation, for prepping, savings?
I stack for a few different things. I stack for uh, I am a prepper stacker. Like Yankee likes to say, I buy a lot of dimes and quarters and nickels, or not nickels, well, some nickels too, and halves. And but that's not why I started. I started so as a savings account, so I wouldn't start you know spending my money. And then I started using it to prep a little bit because I'm a definite prepper. I have a lot of preps. And then I started learning about the hedging and all that. So it kind of all meshed together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, But it started off as a savings account for me, turned into prep stacking, and now it's kind of now I'm all over the markets, watching the markets every day, what the dollar's doing, what everything's doing. So now it's kind of meshed into this whole, I this whole system I got now of trying to, just part of the whole prepping thing, making sure that we're going to be all right if the dollar fails or the whole deal.
Make sure our family and our kids are okay for the
Make sure our
future.
family's good. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Maybe even pass it down to our kids.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of reasons to stack. I pretty much stack the same reason why you do for saving, hedging, prepping. It's
Yeah,
definitely
I was tired of also not having value. I was noticing a lot of, we're consumers, and I was noticing that from my kids to Christmases to me to just buying all this nonsense that we really didn't need. And I was like, there's just no value in it. If we ever had to resell it, there's just no value. And,
absolutely,
and I was like, you know, shoes and all that. Like I love knives. Like knives are like a thing, but there's actually you could resell value for a lot of these knives,
hmm
and which is actually kind of cool. There's a secondary market for a lot of knives that I have, but there was no instant value. Like if I needed to just turn over and get ourselves out of Dodge or figure something out right away, there was nothing that was going to like save our tail end. So I feel a lot more secure having this stuff in our life.
absolutely.
You know, whether than shoes or TVs or anything. My Vizio over there, we've had that since I think 2009.
I've had mine for a long time, man. When it
and
first came out,
yeah, so I don't want to have to buy another TV. I'd rather spend that money on gold or silver.
absolutely. Silver, gold, any true asset, something that's going to make you money in the future,
Yeah,
something that's going to
property, all that stuff.
absolutely put your money into Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs. Just save, man.
Yeah.
Precious metals. I recommend everyone to just play it smart. So, on to the next question here.
All
What is
right.
your plan for your stack in the future?
All right. Well, I've made some recent videos on this subject, and you know, as YouTubers, what sometimes we fall in the I do, anyways. I can just use I statements here. I won't put this on everybody, but I fall into the trying to get views category once in a while, and I'm not the fearmonger guy or the clickbait guy, but sometimes I get on a kick and I go with it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stop stacking silver. I didn't really do that great this year. I'm going to go all gold, and the truth is I'm probably not going to stop stacking silver. That's
Yeah,
I'm gonna probably I'm gonna get whatever I can. Um, because there's not much out there. I'm seeing in my LCSs and stuff, they don't have much silver. There's still people not bringing it in. They're not selling it, and that's going to tell you something right now. If I'm going to stack silver at $32 an ounce, why would I not be stacking it at $22 an ounce?
absolutely.
And then gold. My focus this year is to be a little heavier on gold than it was this last year, and
hmm
that's just because I went so heavy on silver last year. So that's my strategy for this year for 2022. Go a little heavier on gold, and and but if I can find a good deal somewhere, I'm definitely going to pick it up. That just
How'd you know my next question?
go ahead. I want to hear it.
If you were gonna stack more gold or silver this year, you already answered that.
Yeah, that's the goal. That is the
Absolutely,
goal.
man. I think this year is definitely gonna be a year for gold. I'm doing the same thing. But again, I'm still gonna buy silver. I'm just not gonna buy these high crazy premiums pieces.
You know
You
what
know,
and that is another thing and we touched on. You guys out there listening, we've been on the phone for an hour plus already talking this morning. So we've touched on a lot of things, and I don't, I can't stop buying things like this. If I get a chance to pick up a
beautiful.
piece, like. To me, that just has so much more character than that. You
Yeah.
know, so if I go in for gold, but if I see this at a good price and that this cuts into my little bit of my gold buying, I may leave the store with that instead of that, just because it has so much character. It's old, it's vintage, and I just
And not only that, they still make those. They still make them eagles that you were holding up. They don't make these
yeah,
anymore.
yeah, they don't
You know,
make
they don't make this, the Silvertown Old Port bars. So, when you
yeah,
find it,
and
you
that's
can't pass it up.
and that's kind of a little bit what happened last year. Is I really wanted to go more gold last year, but I just kept finding stuff that I don't know, I felt like I needed to have. Maybe I didn't, but I felt like I needed to have it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold up that Silvertown again.
This one right here,
Beautiful.
it's got a little bit of waffle back to it.
See, I love the waffle backs. I just love how
There's
they
the
come out.
Ingo Hard waffle back. There's a difference,
Yeah,
definite.
that's the one I got right here.
Yeah, and it's not. This isn't. There's a P series. This isn't it.
Look at
The
that
Silver
waffle back.
Town. Oh yeah, sexy piece of hunk of metal right there. Cannot go wrong with that. All right, next.
Next. So you kind of answered actually three questions in that one because I was going to ask you what your stacking strategy for 2022 is going to be. But better yet, what is your goal for 2022 with your stack?
Uh, so I successfully did a challenge with Spectacular last year, or yeah, 2021, and
The 1/10 ounce.
that was the 1/10 ounce deal, right? These
Yeah.
things, and I even went more than what I put out in the video. And he did the challenge again this year. So, um, depending on the economy, because that's my job besides fighting fires. Um, when I'm not on fires, I'm doing construction. So it directly depends on what the economy is doing. If things are slow, then I'm slow. So depending on how things go, I wanted. He came out with a new thing to do the 1/10 ounce challenge again. So I would like to get another 1/10 ounce in at least a quarter or a half ounce each each paycheck, and that's kind of aggressive, but but it's that'll be about another ounce or maybe even a little over an ounce per month, and that's kind of what I want to do. I mean, I've done it before, and but I would like to add another 10 ounces of gold to the stack by the end of the year, and hopefully I'm not setting myself up for failure. But I'm going to stick with the 1/10 ounce. If silver stays low, um, silver stays low like it is, I might just do the 1/10 ounce and get some more silver.
That's
Just
it.
it just depends on how it goes. But I'd like to stick with the quarter ounce at least. And I already said I would do the 10th ounce, so I might do a quarter and a tenth and like a 10 ounce bar of silver or something each month. That that
So
might that might be what my strategy is.
I like the quarter ounces, man, because it's just it works for a lot of people's income. You know, if you want to get a little more gold, but you don't want to have you don't want to have the little 1/10 of an ounce, you can go for the 1/4.
Yeah, that
Because a lot of people can't afford a 1 ounce piece of gold or a half ounce. They can't afford it. You got to free
yeah,
up $1,000 to $2,000 to buy it.
yeah. And in my state, you got to spend $1,500 on bullion in order to beat
No
the
tax.
taxes. Yeah. So sometimes a quarter ounce and a half ounce ain't the best way to go, but you can mix and match though, up to $1,500. Um,
Yeah.
but what I've noticed recently for online and other places, and I'm sure other people have noticed too, but quarter ounces are kind of expensive on the premiums lately. They weren't in the past, but
Yeah.
it's
No,
like
they are.
these
Look at
last
those
few months,
Eagles.
yeah, especially the Eagles, are like some of the
six
websites
hundred bucks.
$600, which is crazy. Um, but these are all from my local coin shop right here, and they were all a very good price. So um, very lucky on those. They were actually under $500 a piece.
Yeah, that's what you want to try to get them at.
Yeah,
You don't want to. Like I said, you go on these websites, and they want 570, $600, $600 for a quarter.
yeah. Best one I've found so far has either been SD or Hero Bullion, and they're still 525 for Eagles. Um, but some of them, like Atmex, is like 650,
Atmex is crazy.
650 for a quarter ounce. I'm like, geez, pretty crazy. But we don't have to use them. We don't have to use them if you shop around. That's the
No,
best thing
absolutely.
around.
They got so many great online bullion retailers out there that you can shop around. And like not only like I tell everybody, I recommend everyone go to their LCS. First of all, you're supporting a small business. Second of all, you're not going to get a better price there, than anywhere else. They're going to give you great prices, especially once you build a relationship with your LCS.
Yeah,
But
that's
you're
my
out
my thing. Is all about building a relationship with them.
absolutely. And not only that, I understand people don't have cash sometimes, and most of our LCSs they have big signs in their windows saying no credit cards. A lot of them don't want to take credit cards, and I don't blame them. They want cash. Some people don't have cash, so they need to use credit card. They go on online bullion retailers, which is fine, but as long as you pay that credit card off on time, because you're going to
What
be
I
paying
have
more
noticed,
interest.
what I have noticed is a lot of those LCSs will take a card, but you got to know them pretty good.
Yeah, or they want like a 3.5%.
Yeah, it was some of them. Yeah, in I've been known to bring my LCS a burrito or lunch or a coffee or a gift card for coffee or something. Every now and then, just to
Absolutely.
you know, he
Bring them a
said that's
dozen of donuts.
yeah. You gotta give him the gotta hook him up, man.
Yeah, butter them up a little before you want to buy something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that way when you go in there asking for those Inglehearts, he might pull one out for you.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Oh, I was gonna keep that for myself, but I guess
Yeah,
I can sell it to you.
I think that all the LCSs have all the Engelhard bars stacked up at their house somewhere. That's what I
Yeah,
always think.
absolutely. Hey, Trident Stacker. Hey,
Trident,
Jay.
what's up,
Jay's
bro?
Mix. Successful Slave. What's up, guys?
Who else we got? Our Successful Slave, Jay's Mix, Trident Stack.
They keep on calling me Patriot. You see that?
Yeah, I know. Patriot and Patriotic is
so,
so close, and Patriot Stack is a great guy too.
oh, absolutely. I love his auctions. Him and Plummer have some good auctions, man.
Never make it to the auctions very often, but that's because I always end up spending all my money.
Yeah, I know. I know. I bought a Libertad off of Plummer.
Silver.
Silver Libertad, yeah. I wish it was a gold Libertad.
This is the first one, and I don't think I'll ever do it again. Too dang expensive.
Yeah, I really want one. I really want to. I have a couple 50 pesos, but I really want like a modern Libertad.
Yeah,
And they're just, even the 1/10 of an ounce is like
I'm mad
fucking
at this half.
400 bucks.
I'm mad that this half ounce doesn't have all of the different things all the way around it. I'm kind of bummed
Oh,
about that.
no?
Yeah, it just has the one.
Hmm.
Yeah, it just has
They're
the.
still beautiful though, man.
Yeah,
What'd you end up spending for that, all said and done?
it's like 1150.
I guess it's not too bad.
It was a complete accident. I was buying something else. It was like a collector's silver coin for like $80. I put it in the cart. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this right here. Last purchase for the of silver for the season. I'm gonna end it with a little collector's thing that I've been looking at, and I put it in there and push buy, and I'm like, wait, what? My whole heart sank. Palms got sweaty. I'm all $1,350. What did I buy? Oh no! I look on my thing and on my receipt, and then it had this in there, this capsule, and that other silver coin. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me! I left this in the card on accident from like 3 months prior because I haven't been shopping on Atmex, and so I was super bummed. And I called my wife right away, and she's like, well, you got more gold. And I'm like, man, I love you.
That
Man, I love you.
that happened the other day actually. Um, Matter of fact, with that gold, the first gold purchase of this year, I wasn't going to get the Maple Leaf. I was going to get the 2022 Eagle,
Yeah.
and I put it in the cart, and I just I was like, fuck it, I'll do a Atmix. I haven't used them in a while, and it was in this cart. I was going to use my PayPal. I had PayPal credit, so I was like, fuck it, I'll use PayPal. And usually Atmex never took PayPal credit. It was always JM bullion or SD bullion. Atmex never took PayPal credit, and it said, "Oh, we'll take credit." And I clicked it. I was like, "Fuck!" Made the purchase,
No.
and I didn't really want that. I wanted the Eagle, and I wasn't gonna buy it right then and there. I was gonna buy it, next week. So I was like, "My wife's gonna fucking kill me."
Right.
So I called her up.
Holidays. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it anyways. That was my intentions anyways. I was gonna buy either one. And so I guess, what's the sense of calling them up and saying, hey, switch it, just or return it or whatever. So I just kept it.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah. That's what I did. I called Amex right away after I called my wife. And I said, "Hey, I messed up," and they're like, "Oh, well, we can cancel the whole order." And then I'm like, "Well, the wife already said it's okay." And then they said it would take 45 days for the money to go back, and I went, "Yeah, never mind. I'm good. I'm good. I'll just keep it." That's ridiculous. I didn't want to wait 45 days for thirteen
I
hundred dollars.
lost you. You still there?
Did you lose me? Can you hear me? Test, test. I'm still here. Can you hear me? I don't hear you anymore either. Can you hear me? All right, Trident Stacking said, "I hear you." Who do you hear, Trident? Savage or Patriotic?
You
All
guys
right.
hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
There we go.
All right. I think it's
What
because
happened there?
did you hit
You still there,
the?
Savage?
Yeah, I'm still here. Both now. Okay, they can hear us. I can't
You
hear
guys
you.
hear me?
I hear you.
Do you hear me? Do you hear
I
Patriotic?
can hear you. There's Patriotic. Okay. I don't know what happened. Trident, can you hear us? Yes, both good now, but can you hear me? I don't think we can hear each other. That's the problem. I can hear him, but he can't hear me. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go camera off. I'm going to go out.
We good?
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Little malfunction there. Someone called my damn phone and screwed it all up.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yep, I figured that's what happened right there. If
I
my
let
alarm
everyone
goes
know
off,
not to
that's what.
call me right now, and they freaking call me.
Everybody in chat was like, "Yep, hear you both. I can hear you both," but I knew you couldn't hear me.
No, I couldn't hear you. I didn't. I couldn't hear my. Yeah, I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, it does that when my alarm goes off when I'm doing the doing StreamYards. If my alarm goes off in the morning, I have to leave and come back up. So
I hope this doesn't happen again.
yeah, if an alarm goes off or if your phone rings or my phone rings, it probably will. But all right, let's get back to it real quick. Let's get back to it. That way it don't happen again.
Yeah. So, where do you see silver and gold going this year?
Ooh, that's like on the
I know we
spot.
don't have a crystal ball, but just your opinion.
On the
Just
spot
your
question.
opinion.
All right. So from what I see going on in the world, and it's going to get a little weird and political right now, but I look at all the different stuff, and we just got an email saying they may shut down the schools again. Um, we got this variant going crazy, even though it's not that, it's not that strong, they're saying. But if they're going to shut down the schools again, and things might get crazy again, which means if we don't have people making things, the supply chain is going to get bad, and I see it going up. But I feel like it's being suppressed though at the same time. So who knows what could happen? But knowing that the markets have been kind of iffy lately, up and down, and silver and gold's been up and down, but now they want to shut down the schools again. Uh, we might see a repeat of 2020.
Absolutely.
So. And who knows? Who knows? But I'm just going to keep on stacking and hope for the best, and
That's it. That's
hopefully it
all we
doesn't.
can do, man.
Hopefully it doesn't turn for the worst.
We're just the little people. We got no control of anything.
We have no control over it.
And maybe I definitely see more shutdowns going to happen, especially in states like ours, New York, California. I don't think it's going to happen in states like Florida or Texas, where you actually got governors that care for their workers, their people.
Yeah, and
But
I don't. Yeah, probably not. That.
I definitely see. I think there's going to be another shutdown. They're already talking about my children's schools right now in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
area.
I just got an email yesterday talking about it, and it's in the news. It's on the news, also on the iPhone today about talking about shutdowns and closing the schools back up. And right now is my slow part of the season, so I'm not making a bunch of money.
Yeah, you see, international snacker
No, I seen numismatics just came up right now.
starting with the claws, the crabs, man.
Where is he? Let's see. International stacker. What's up, bro?
Plumber stacker. Leave my state alone. Stay out of Florida.
Stay out of
Now
Florida.
I'm coming down there, man. I'm gonna move in with you, plumber.
All these other decent states are getting overran
Oh yeah,
by the communist states.
yeah. And everyone's moving, man, because it's just they're tired of these. You can't shut down. You can't keep on shutting down shit. People, look at our inflation right now. Look at the jobs. The jobs are practically begging people to work for them. And
There,
if you ain't got no one working, making our cars, making our computers, our phones, our working on the farms, making for our food and stuff, there's how are we gonna get anything? That's why we're having shortages like this. That's why you walk into your supermarkets and you can't find shit. That's why gas is $4 or $5 a gallon.
yeah, the supply chain thing is a big deal. It's only getting worse right now. It's getting worse. Inflation's getting worse. It's gonna
Yeah.
get. It's getting weird, especially now they're talking about more shutdowns, which is a little scary. All right, next question. What we got? Oh man, I shouldn't have touched this.
There you go. Here's a more personal one for you. I know this one's hard, but what is your favorite silver bar in your stack?
Oh, that's easy. It's already on the table right here. It's this one right here.
What's that? The
Cascade
Silvertown?
Cascade Refining.
Oh shit. That's
So,
cool.
little bit of history about this. Well, not
Yeah.
history about this refining company, but a little history about why I got this bar is got an email from allenglehart.com. If you're into vintage stuff, I suggest you go for their newsletter because they send some gold out. They some good newsletters, and they get you hip to stuff that isn't on the radar yet. And then once they do that and you find some of that stuff, the price on these go up like nearly double. So um, as soon as that newsletter came out, I jumped over to eBay, found this right here, got it for like $300. And then the next one that came out of the same size on eBay was like 4 months later, was like $900. And it's the same size bar. They went up quick. So got lucky. That's I love that
What's
news.
that from the 70s or?
This is so the date is actually on these these Cascade refining bars. The date is actually the date it was made, or the serial number is actually the date it was made. So that's
December 18th, 1980, huh?
yep, that's
Wow.
right. And
42 years old, that bar.
yes, and then
Almost 42.
there's a
41.
there's a quarter bonded 10-ounce bar on there right now for $899, I think. And it's also made by Cascade Refining, but it's $900. That's how much these are basically going for right now. And that's my favorite bar just because of how cool it is and how I got it. It wasn't on the radar yet until they threw out the email, and then I jumped right over there immediately and bought this thing as soon as I got on the site. I just bought it right away. And
Yeah. It's
that
really
is
nice.
definitely my favorite bar in the whole stack.
Never heard of them.
Yep. And they did like a reverse. So hitting, instead of doing the top side like this, like Engelhard did, like they did the bottom, they stamped the bottom side like that. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Not
definitely.
too many made. That's less than 1,000 of these made, so it's up there. And
Yeah.
one day these under the radar bars, one day they'll be
Take off.
they'll be worth quite a bit because a lot of that stuff was remelted down in 1980. Uh, they had the big silver melt, so not a lot of stuff made it through 79 and 80 and 81. So it's pretty cool to be able to have something that's that old.
So what's the bars you got laying there, man? What do you read some of them off?
Let's take a look here. Oh, let's take a look. Get rid of all the knives here. Oh, I made a mess.
You got that bar you purchased from the LCS there, that the
Yeah,
one you got,
almost all of these bars are from the LCS.
that
Actually,
one that you just bought, that was you got it for a steal,
I did get it for a steal.
and
And
it's
this,
worth like $900, right? Or 600.
I think it's like 600. This is so these came out, and I was on a fire, and I the timing was wrong. I didn't have the money, or I was on a fire, didn't have had internet service, and so these are basically, they're royal. They're the Royal Canadian Royal Mint, not the Royal Canadian, the Royal Mint. And they came out with these, the quick little run right here, the Una and the Lion. I'm sure everybody's seen them. And I've been wanting one for a very long time. And my LCS, I emailed or texted them and said, "Hey, you got any 10-ounce bars?" He said, "Yeah." And he pulled this sucker out, and I said, "I'll take that right now. How much you want for it?" And he told me $250, and I almost
Steal.
crapped my pants. I was like,
I would have too, man.
I'm there, dude. I'll be right there. And I picked up that and this that day. And
Royal Canadian Mint.
Royal Canadian, man. Yep.
They make some beautiful bars, man.
Yeah.
They're very expensive though.
Not they haven't like when the new run comes out, they're pretty good priced after they come out for a little while. But the first runs, once it gets ready to run out or something, like there's like not many on the market anymore, the price goes way up. Or when they first come out, like right now, these are usually the same premium as these, and they're a little bit higher premium. But now these are getting better, and these are expensive.
Yeah.
So it just depends on how many you flood in the market, I guess. I don't know. I think they just try to get money out of us where they can. Sons of guns. All right, clean some of this up here.
What's that? A Johnson Matthey you have there?
Yeah. Let's see here. The very first bar of silver I ever purchased. Very first piece of silver I ever purchased was this.
Really?
Yeah. Right there.
It's a good first bar to purchase for sure.
Yeah, 190 bucks.
One of the most sought after brands in the silver community. Johnson Matthey, Engelhard's.
Here's a Escalante mine, more
Wow.
of a vintage, less than 2000 vintage. Johnson Matthey, all kinds of little fun stuff. There's some fun stuff out here. I just wanted something to look at while we were doing this here.
Absolutely.
Boom.
So, what's your favorite gold coin or gold bar, gold round, and whatever you
Oh,
prefer to stack?
well, I like buffaloes, and I haven't purchased any buffaloes in a few months. I've been buying a lot of eagles. They've been out and about. But my favorite piece of gold. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me grab it.
What's up, guys? What's up, Plumber? Polly Buck, Trident Stacker.
How many we got in here?
Stacking. Trident Stacking. I keep on calling you Trident Stacker.
Oh, it just feels right. It just feels right. Ask him, hey, did you get that package yet? Let me see
Who,
here.
me?
No, Trident. I want to know.
What's up, Plumber Stacker?
What are they talking about? I don't know what they're talking about here.
They're just talking about all kinds of shit.
I almost got a fractional buffalo the other day. Yeah, dude, I've been looking at those like crazy. No, not yet, Savage. Okay, I'll check. I actually have the receipt that has the tracking on it, so I'll check. I sent it out Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever I emailed you. Okay, here is my favorite piece of gold, and that's just because it's, well, different. 1 second. It's in a bag, and another bag, and another bag, so it won't get scratched up. Because you can't get a capsule for these. What's this?
Oh, that's those Scottsdales or Perth, the
Scottsdale.
Scottsdales, right?
Yeah, there's a little Scottsdale button right there.
That's 1 ounce, right?
Yeah, 1 ounce. And I was wanting one for days, and they came out with the 2020 um, uh, pandemic ones. It said on there, but it just wasn't in the works for me at the moment. And I kept buying buffaloes, and then I'd remind myself I wanted one of these, and I just didn't get it. And then they ran out of that run, and then this is the 2021 run.
Yeah, they're
And
nice, man. I love those.
so eventually I got one.
I don't have any of those in my stack.
The only thing about this is you can't. There's not really a capsule to put it in, and they scratch up so easy.
Yeah, I kind of figured that you could put it, there's maybe put it in like a little bag or something.
Yeah, it's
Like, this one here, it's got no, it doesn't come in no, like, packaging they give you in the bag, and I just keep it in there so you don't get all banged up, even though it's generic silver. But like I said, I like to keep my shit nice.
yeah. If you keep it nice, it seems that the like coin shops, if you ever got to sell, they'll buy it back for a better price. Um, that's what I've found, anyways.
Uh-oh, my wife's in the chat. She's watching me.
Your wife is?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. My wife's in the back hiding right now with the kids, trying to stay away from this whole situation.
So what do you think of these goldbacks?
You're gonna bring up the goldbacks. Here we go. I like the design of the goldbacks. I like what I like what they're supposed to represent. Like if it ever took off in the future, um, trying to make gold money again, and I just find it really hard unless a bunch of people or a community of people are on board reselling for goods and services. I think it's going to be a hard time getting them to take off, unless they're worth goods and services on down the line to the next man, or next man or woman. And if you end up with a bunch of them, you can't do nothing with them. I mean, or sell them back for whatever the value is, the traded value of the day is, and lose some money on it. That could deter people away from that. Um, but I did a little research on them in Nevada. I went to a bunch of stores, me, my mom, my sister, and I had some on me, and we had a bunch of the new Nevada ones like a year ago or something, year and a half ago, and we went to quite a few stores and coin shops and a show that was going on in Reno, and we only found one place that would take them. And I picked his brain a little bit, and he ran down the same thing to me. Like he loves the idea of it, but more people need to be involved, and you need to be able to get a community of goods and services trading for them in order for them to work. And that I think that'd be cool if it takes off, but who knows if it ever will.
Absolutely.
But the designs are amazing. I like to collect a few of them.
It's definitely some art to it. It's definitely artwork for sure.
Yeah, they're definitely beautiful. I have a few. They're in my safe. I can't get to that right now. I'd have to go through a entourage of 3 children and a wife to get to the safe. There you go. What is that one? Is that a 1 or is that a 5?
Just the one. I don't have anything other than ones.
Which one's that one?
It's
Is it
Nevada. I think. I'm
Nevada?
pretty sure. Let me double check. Yep, Nevada.
Nevada. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't buy the fives or tens or anything like that. Especially the 50s. If I'm gonna spend $200, I'll buy a 1/10 of an ounce gold coin.
Yeah. What is the 50? What denomination of percentage or of gold is the $50 one? Do you know?
I think
Anybody
it's
know?
maybe one 500 or one 100th. Let me look it up real quick. Uh,
1/20th.
I'm not sure. No.
Polybuck said it's 1/20th.
It's 1/20th.
But Electrum said 140. Now I'm confused.
I'm just looking at it right now. It's yeah, 1/20th.
1/20th, and how much are they going for? like
They're going for
180.
about on AppMex right now. You can buy it checker wire for 170.24. If you use a credit card, you're going to spend 177. But you got to figure after taxes and shipping, it's going to be over $200. $200, 205.
Yeah, better just to buy
You might as well buy a 1/10 of an
one.
ounce at your local coin
And then
dealer.
you look at the exchange rate back to the company and see what you get back in dollars on
Yeah.
that. And that's
Yeah, who had a
makes
video
it makes
about
it
that?
kind of debatable if it's worth stacking or not. I don't think they're good for stacking
No,
now per
not at all.
se, but they may be in the future. If it takes off, they might be good for stacking in the future.
I think if every state gets into it,
I think if enough merchants in each state get into it, uh, I think that kind of like I was explaining earlier when we are on the phone. The farmers market. You can go down there with an EBT card. I see people doing that, and they exchange the funds off the EBT card for these wood little tokens that have a one on them. They're like $1, and that's still one for one. They're EBT dollars for their wood tokens, but they use that to the merchants in the farmers market, and then the farmers get to exchange those wood tokens back in for dollars at the end of the day. And so they just change one currency in for another. Um, I think if enough people like in the barter system got on board with it in each state, I think it would work, especially if there's at least one merchant of each kind of good and services in each state. I think it would work
yeah.
out.
Not only that, only even too if you not so much these small business owners, like if Walmart's or Amazon and all that, Whole Foods or Publix gets into that, I think it'll also kick it off like these big companies.
Yeah, I don't know if they would ever do that. I think they would probably stay with the digital dollar and
I think so too.
kiss the rear of the banks.
Absolutely. They'll probably see crypto before they do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But oh, that's another question. What do you think of cryptocurrency?
Uh, I have some I bought in 2017, and I've been locked out of it since 2017.
Oh, you're locked out your wallet, huh?
Yeah.
Oh
So that's
fuck.
what I think about crypto. That's
No one will be able to get into it though, man. There's so many. It's hard to hack a wallet.
the thing is I've called people, I've done all this. So if I ever do crypto again, I would have to do a different account, probably get a card or get it on the those little whatever you call them, the little chip and
Yeah,
little USB card, and because I can't use what's up, babe? That account anymore.
absolutely.
What do you need?
See, I don't know. Crypto, I don't consider it. I consider it a quick investment, a way to make quick money. I don't consider it a long term investment. I don't think it's a good thing to put your money in, like all your money in. But if you want to play around and make a little money, um, gamble, I think it's okay. Don't get me wrong. I've made quite a couple $1,000s on cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I cashed out and put it in the gold and silver.
Then that's what I was trying to do. Well, what it was like 65 or 68,000. I was trying to cash out of it, and I tried hard to get out of open get into that thing, and it said I was locked. And
Yeah, that's hard.
I may try it again to get it off there because I bought that stuff in 2017 when it had just ran up to 19 and it pulled back down to 13. That's when I bought into it, and and then I didn't mess with it. Like I didn't mess with it until 2019. I bought a little more. It let me buy and put it in there, but it didn't let me get it out. I didn't try to get it out. I just bought more. It let me put it back on top of the other stuff.
But they won't
And
let you.
then 2020, I tried pulling it all. I tried to get in there and pull it all out and buy all like the Dogecoin when that started getting big. I just wanted to play with it a little bit. I was learning a little bit about what to do with it, and I'm locked out. I can't.
Where'd you buy it from?
Oh,
What app?
it's on Coinbase.
Coinbase, really?
Yeah. So
Try to email their customer support.
I've done it 1,000 times. We've gone back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So, and
Really?
to the point where customer service said, "Hey, I don't know what to do. I don't think I can go any further. Sorry." That's where we got to after like 20 tries. So in a
I
month.
hope you don't have too much money into it.
No, no. I mean, it's there's probably $300. Yeah, $300 I put into it. It's at like 1,200 still right now. It goes from
But you
12.
only put 3 in.
Yeah, so it goes from 12 to $1,400 depending on if it's at 4,000 or 50,000 or 60,000 and where it's been lately. So it just depends. And but I just after that I'm like, okay, I why would I invest more into something that I can't, like, if I forget a password, or if I mess up somehow setting it up and I can't get it off there. I'm totally computer illiterate. Like I'll mess that stuff up so quick. So I don't want to
Yep,
put any more money into something that I'm just, basically scared of now. I don't, I just don't understand it enough to get my value back out of it.
absolutely. And any day it could be worthless. What's really backing that? Gold and silver's
And,
have been
and
around for thousands of years. It's every billionaire out there buys it. It's used. Silver's the most used industry metal. Next to copper, and there's so many benefits about gold and silver versus crypto, and this is safe. You can have this in your house, lock it up, put it in a vault, whatever you want to do. No one's gonna come and one day you wake up and it's gone. You know what I mean? It's that cryptocurrency, man. If say there's a shortage, how you gonna and electricity just takes a shit? How you gonna get it?
yeah, I worry
How you
about
gonna
that.
use it?
My concern isn't getting it going to zero. My concern is it going to like 5 million and me never can't get my money off of it.
Yeah,
Becoming rich and then being locked out. Like that's like
that's another thing. Absolutely,
like
getting
I
locked
worry about
out.
that. If I lose that three
Hackers.
hundred bucks, I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. I learned a lesson. But if that ever really took off and I watch those numbers on Coinbase just start ticking up and up and up, and I can't get it, I'm gonna be super pissed off.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, look at it now. You got like what 13, 1,400 bucks there. You can't grab. You
yeah,
already made $1,000, $1,100.
yeah, it sucks because I definitely just I try to take it off there and just buy some gold with it, and I try to even set it up on there where I could just go straight from Coinbase to buy the gold, and it has me in this limbo where I can still purchase, like I could literally buy more and then put it on it, but I can't get it off. It won't let
Yeah,
me.
and that doesn't make sense. You think if you're locked out, you're locked out. They shouldn't allow you to purchase either.
Yeah, it sucks. All right,
What's
brother. I
this?
think I'm ready to get off here, brother. My wife's gotta go to the hospital.
All right, Savage. It was nice talking to you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. This was fun. I don't want to get off here abruptly like this, but I'm getting the look. She wants to go get this tattoo looked at that she got. It's all
Well, I
hurting.
hope all goes well with your wife's tattoo, man.
All right, brother. I appreciate it, man.
And thank
Thank you,
you
everybody.
for
Thanks to
coming
everybody for
on
coming
to my
by.
first guest for my first interview. I appreciate it, and
Yeah,
I'll
thanks for
catch you
asking.
later, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Anytime, anytime, brother. And
I'm
thanks,
gonna,
guys, for watching.
I'm gonna say
Uh,
bye to everybody here. Jim Licari, Electrum, Polybuck, Trident Stacking. Who else is here right now? Timber
Plumber,
Stacker, Silver Scrounger, and your wife.
IS was in there.
Thank you guys all for coming by. I appreciate you guys.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Go to Savage Stacker's channel, like, subscribe, share his videos. Same thing. What's Patriotic Stacker? Please like, subscribe, share the videos, and more interviews will be coming.
All right, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It was
Anytime,
fun.
Savage. Good luck, man.
All right, brother.
Peace out.
All right, bro. Later.
All right, guys. Thanks again. That was first interview. Patriotic's interviews. Savage Stacker was our first guest. Got in a couple cool questions to ask him, and he answered a couple, gave us his opinions, and yeah, it was definitely awesome. If you guys liked interviews and you want to see more, comment down, let me know, and we'll have more interviews to come. Peace out, guys. Thanks again.